to win the second half pistol. Can they replicate it on the CT side here?
Well, this is exactly the same pistol that Outsiders ran yesterday against Big. 3 towards the upper tunnels, almost the exact same utility here. Jame playing for info and Norbert listening out for any hijinks towards long. The 1x bet odds, as you'd imagine, heavily favoring Outsiders here.
Yeah, and then some.
Now, when they played against Big, they did a late Xbox smoke. Well, actually, there it is. And then they postured for a little bit of short control. So stadodo trying to block this now with a smoke of his own. A flash forward, the DS doesn't see anything. So that's a waste of 200 bucks. And the bullet straight through the eyes. Flip picking up where he left off. Will be traded by a Jill. Now we have a 4-on-4.
Yeah, somewhat oversteps the mark there, but the damage has been done. The 4-on-4 is absolutely fantastic for Outsiders. Still plenty of time, as you would expect for these group of guys. And the smoke's starting to dissipate now. So we have 2 CTs waiting towards the A site, a Jill in middle, and KST holding the B bomb site.
Similar scenes actually happened yesterday against Big as well. Flip went down early, and then they still finished short towards A. Now, they have a smoke, a flash, and the Molotov in play here, but they have to get past this lone defender of stadodo. Posturing to short on his lonesome, has the backup from top side, but he'll be the only one to take this joust with Jame.
There is a flash available, but I dare say they would save that for the actual bomb site itself, trying to use the PT-50 to
faking the drop.
Knock him off the perch. And yes, he has indeed, but now he'll actually have to go down. So that's the next part of the map dissected. 30 seconds here. The flashbang coming through. They might just be taking this dry. So just looking for a bit of information there. Didn't really get much from it. And back towards B we go. Remember, there are 2 players there. So a Jill and KSD in position. One towards the back platform and a Jill with a flashbang holding the double doors here. It's all about this first frag, and Jame absolutely nails it. The pincer comes through, 10 seconds, but that's not a problem. The bomb is absolutely going down here. As we have a 3 versus 2, stadodo and Dust2. Oh, not in a great spot here. One towards lower B, coming towards middle. stadodo comes up through the smoke as well. They do not have a kit, and time is of the essence here. Trifecta of doom to take down here as Jame patrols towards the window. Watching tunnels for now as teammates reside on the bomb site itself. What's the final play going to entail?
Up, showed his head. Dust2 knows he's there. stadodo with a nice shot on the USP, and a goose to the Dust2. He's looking dead for this world. It's only one player to walk past, and they're just going to walk on in. So I blinked and I missed it. That all happened way too quick. I don't know how they managed to give that one over. The defuse, it looks like this is going to be very, very close here. Very close indeed, and just in time. Dust2 cops the goosh and gets the round.
I can't believe it. It looked like they were done for. 3 versus 2 with no utility to speak of whatsoever. It's that first initial window fight that falls apart for Outsiders, and at that point, the USP just lights them up. So that answers the question as to whether they can replicate the pistol victory on the CT side of Vertigo. They absolutely can. They converted that to a 4-0 start as well. So here it is, Dust2 on 4 HP, somehow eluding death.
I thought it was over.
Defuse,
I was trying to build it up. I didn't think there was any way, and then the 2 kills just happened.
Well, they've still got a lot of work to do here in round number 2. The force buy comes in from the T side. We've got a Galil, 2 of those, an AK-47, and a scout for Jame as well. So looking to crack open the middle area once again.
Same default. 3 through the tunnels, Jame top mid, Norbert outside long. Hinge smoke here, a bit of a different variation of how to throw it. And we'll get back safely. Start working on some of the short control. It's a 2-1-2 right now as the defense is spread in the early stages of this one. You're gonna get this short control for seemingly free here, Henry, and that's not ideal. They can get executed against the multiple smokes, multiple flashes.
Still posturing for now, though, working out what they're going to receive in terms of utility from the CT side. A Jill will be there with no grenades whatsoever. Dust2, same stories. They actually can't grenade or Molotov them back, so if a full execution does come through, they're in a lot of trouble here.
Bad smoke as well, right? The defensive smoke that was thrown had a massive gap. Flit has no dramas just weaseling through that here. Qikert using that to cover off if there is any re-aggress, and the execute being set up behind it. So they're going to have to do a lot of work here between the 2 of them on A.
Yeah, 4 players are going to be stampeding up momentarily. Here come the smokes. We saw Rush talking about this in the break. And at this stage, the Molotovs, no flashes at least, but a lot of work to be done on the CT side. They have fended them off for now.
Here comes the flashes.
And this is where the damage is done. Jill, he'll open up the fragging here. Qikert will be dropped with the bomb as well. They're actually doing a very good job. Where is the backup here? Flit and Norbert finally answer. And it's going to be down to the 3 versus 2. Flit, Norbert running out of time here. 15 seconds, as you would expect for Outsiders. Need to start pushing in now. The bomb's still in no man's land, and it might stay there as well. Norbert with an impossible task. He picked up the AK-47, is trying to throw it out of the map, Chad. But it doesn't happen. That was quite underwhelming, I have to say, from Outsiders. Didn't really get going.
It didn't look like anybody wanted to entry frag.
Exactly, right? They kind of got stuck behind the smoke.
You don't want that to be the case. You want someone to be brave enough to try and make that space. But they got stalled out and dealt a dud hand. This is good from FTW. So far, the most convincing start to a map I think we've seen.
Yeah, and these are the sort of variables they need to find if they're going to actually take a map victory here, winning the pistol, converting against the 4-spy, and Outsiders looking a little bit rough in places. That wasn't pretty, I have to say. They could have traded that a lot better. They're up against FAMASs and Scouts, and they seem scared and timid to make their way through. And even more so now as we enter the next round, number 3, with nothing to speak of apart from a couple of deagles and no armor.
Yeah, nice little freeze frame there on that shot from stadodo. If he can get warmed into things, that can be a conversation within itself. But right now, only has a USP. And as you mentioned, there's not a whole lot of investment, so not like he's not going to be able to stand toe-to-toe. Some exchange of shots early. Dust2 will take down Flit. They're just happy to stand and fight. So some confidence for FTW now, looking for the win.
Jame remains. And just trying to bleed out any residual utility here, potentially. Should be dropped in the next couple of seconds.
James, quite an interesting character. Obviously, people may have seen him in some of the skit work that ESL has done. He was in one of those confessional skits there. Yes. That was quite funny, and he's actually participated in a couple in the past. But he's quite locked away, right? You don't often hear a lot about James, but he does have a YouTube channel, and I made a reference over there on Vertigo about Ronaldo and Messi. He was showing people different setups they could do or different moves that they could do on the CT sides and ways to approach the map. It's got subtitles. I'd recommend
say it's
people...
English content, but yeah,
I don't speak Russian.
Sure.
Not yet, anyway. Maybe before I hit the grave. But yeah, Flit, where's your gun? There it is. He's found the AK. But yeah, go check it out. James got some fun content. A bit of personality about it here, and well, Fam's got a bit of aim about him. Didius dead. An opener here, long control granted, and right now having to scamper around the map is FTW. What's the reaction going to be? Launching himself across the mid doors. stadodo, a stray bullet comes through, not going to get him tagged up, and right now at this juncture it just leaves KST on a bit of an island, so we will turn our attention towards A.
So when you lose this sort of territory, especially long, very prime real estate on the map, you do need to react and try and get some information elsewhere. They boost player up towards short, but not really forcing the issue here. They're happy to fight towards long. Dust2 in a position to be flashed in, and that flash is about to come right here, right now. He needs multiple frags here, at least one.
He was blind.
Splits them there, and it's actually not looking too good. Norbert ascends towards the A-bomb site, taking a bit of damage there from the flames, and he will get the second kill of the round. 5 on 3 now, as stadodo, the last line of defense, takes a nade right to the face, swallows it whole. And at this point, it feels like they might be done for here. Put a bit of a backstab from Flit as well. Good shot from stadodo. If he can buy enough time, maybe there's a chance that Flit goes down. Yeah, this is actually looking quite promising here. This next kill might decide it all. 40 seconds remaining. stadodo doesn't know that Norbert's right behind him, potentially going for the knife as well. Could get a bit awkward. He's absolutely flubbed it. He gets away with it, but it might cost him the round still. 2 versus 1, KST. With 1 frag so far, 25 seconds remaining. This one's getting weird and wacky, but it will be Jane to close things out. They'd never go for a knife with 3-0 down, I would say.
Look,
don't take the chance.
If he stuck the landing, it would have been brilliant. But I think right now they're all just wiping a bit of sweat off the brow. Even Dust2, the coach of the smart. It would have been a different mood. Definitely would have been a different mood. But he got away with it. So we don't have to live in that world. We get to live in the one where... This is the moment he's like, I might have messed this one up.
Okay. No, yeah, he's dead, lads. Don't worry about it. All under control. No problem, actually. No, it was all good.
Well, that's all right. Crisis averted in a big way. Fame only with a deagle here, so that is a bit of a mission in the buy, but same with Didius with an MP9. We've seen him wield that weapon a couple of times, varying degrees of success. Important round here for FTW. They can hold on to this lead if they're able to convert here. It'll force Outsiders into a bit of a tailspin. Norbert's been scooted out to that box by Qikert, so he can stand tall and proud in the bedroom, like we all should.
Well, stadodo, another chance, but he's baiting his team. Dust as well, but he's turning from the flashbang. They will trade at least, but as we always say, it favors the T-side, especially on a map like Dust2. If the bomb goes down in equal situations, you will commonly see the CT save, and stadodo wants one final go. He'll actually find the frag on Qikert as well. That's fantastic work. Knew he had to do a little bit more there, and the odds are in his favor. Towards long we go.
I know that Orb's repositioned right now, so they can start applying pressure through short. stadodo did fire off a shot. Fame trying to draw attention here. Smoke, molly, jump, nothing spotted. Has to deal with 2 players on A, but the full rotation coming now. KST loudly through the tunnels, hasn't been noted just yet, and the rotation through spawns here as well. They have to go A, and they have to go at this juncture. The flank from KST is going to secure things, unless James can win a 1-on-4.
Here we go then, unable to find anything there, and that's a very clean round. stadodo, you said he had to start stepping up there, and he managed to get 3 kills, holding his ground, Chad, for sure. Not giving in, not relenting, not dropping down. He's staying there for the frags, and he manages to pick up 3 and moving around as well, being a nuisance around the map. Really good stuff. This is the moment you'd think he would fall back, but still takes Qikert down, and fantastic flank as well from KSC. Like we said, it's a very reactive map. If you lose control at one part, you need to take elsewhere. He manages to get towards lower B, like you said, quickly and loudly. And unfortunately for stadodo, maybe a bit too brave there, challenging against what he thought would be a scout, but ends up to be that hero AWP.
Yeah, the orb coming out, I think that's caught him off guard. And that too for Didius, trying to scramble back for at least a kill. He has to sit by and wait with stadodo just to discuss how this one's all gone wrong. This should have been a gimme round here. I know that the AWP was in play and it wasn't noted, but with the pistols littered, it felt like FTW were on a chance to get to 5 early here.
Yeah, they tried to react towards lower B as well. It was a nice idea, but a very common move in the current meta. Lower B is a great point of access for the CTs, but you'll see a lot of terrorists flashing at the start, making sure they send their pistols in first and swarming the opposition.
With Jame in the server as well, this seems crazy to say, but you kind of always have to assume an AWP. Because of the money management of this team, they will always prioritize enough cash for Jame to get out that big green. Yeah, say what you will about Jame and his saves and stuff, but the saves lead them to these sort of situations, right? Him with just an AWP, no armor, is deadly. Like, he can find that opening incision, and all of a sudden you've got a very difficult round on your hands. Well, they're gambling B right now. KSC's position, I actually don't mind this. There's a chance for them here. There definitely is, right? These pistols, there's a little bit of U2 sure, but if KST mows them down, they can get this one done. The molly, it's going to be deep. KST is going to have to get a couple of kills here. They're pushing through the smoke. They're on his screen right now, and he pulls the trigger. The AK in the back of the head gets 2, and a chill. He locks them down. It's just Jame and this AWP.
No armor as well, chat. 30 seconds. If he gets the kills, obviously a decent chance he can win the round, but this is an isolated fight now, and a chill comes out on top. Excellent work from FTW. They go 5-1 here. And KST, we said that position was good. It is difficult to find those multiple frags sometimes, though. You have so many players on your screen, so much pandemonium ensuing. He manages to get 2 and set his teammate up for success. He manages to spray down 3 in the end.
Yeah, good gamble stack, right? Because Jame went over towards A to shoot the AWP, which you see getting the opening kill here. The kill to lower dark from Flick comes in almost immediately off the back of that. And sure, they had to have a bit of a gamble on B, but you can say gamble, let's call it a read. And some genuine smiles coming out from FTW.
That's a huge round. That is massive. A double AWP setup as well. The DS will join in the sniping role.
Some Sanji aura right now. Flit with a deagle, no armor. Jame on an AWP. So we are living in the Sanji era still.
He's smiling down on us. That's for sure. And towards the B side once again here. Nades towards the right-hand side of the tunnels. No one there to receive it, but plenty of opposition towards the left. Good smoke to be deployed. Good incendiary. And stadodo, he'll be smoked out. Difficult position for him. I don't think he can find a single kill. KST needs at least 2 to make this round possible. He's delivering on all fronts. Agil towards long will be dropped. But still, that's brought enough time for the rotations here. There should be a response to Maras Dosse, which there is, but Jame, he might have secured the round. The DS, nowhere to be seen. He's all the way down towards CT spawn. Does not have a kit, but he does have flashes in the incendiary. The bomb not planted. And you know James going to wait for his teammate here.
Yeah, the biggest issue right now is this smoke that Flit has for the doors. He can throw this safely from upper tunnels, usher himself across, and then James just has to oversee business here with the AWP.
Here it comes.
There's that smoke. James actually going to be the one taking the liberties into the site here. Has the armor to Flit, who doesn't have a whole lot. Has to be careful, but with that AWP at Didius on the other side, it's very difficult to see how he pulls this round off. Creeping, crawling in through the doors. He's here quick, responding. Didius is just going to try and walk through the grey screen, and maybe he's found the timing. They're not quite ready for this. They've tucked in tight. And Didius, he can't find anybody. He can't see a bloody thing.
I think he saw a barrel just then of Jame, potentially. But still, I think he might be done for. They're going to check the tunnels momentarily. It's all coming down to this moment here. Hasn't got the best weapon for the job. And regardless, the first bullet doesn't land. Even if he got that first shot, it would have been very difficult to stay alive and thwart off the attempts at the rifle there. So there it is. An outsider's victory coming through. And down to just the pistols once again. This time, even with the nice 2-man setup, it was good smokes coming through. The flashbangs are very effective. And the AWP missing that first shot, tried to fumble his way back towards the window, couldn't get them, and the AK dropped him.
Yeah, so this was really good just to slow things down and make sure that they isolate that fight on KST. I think Maras Dosse was great in his response time. Didius had that secondary AWP, and you can see here, not quite hitting the mark. So unfortunate scenes there for FTW. Just as they got into winning ways, they have taken a timeout to discuss their options because the cash is a bit all over the shop. I think it might have to be either a force buy or a full eco here. Lost bonuses towards the bottom of the barrel. Only 1900.
I would say the full eco.
The problem is when you do a full eco in this territory, somebody like stadodo, who's only going to get 1900 into the next, currently has 1700 to his name. So it's not or a scout, I suppose. It's just not the
we have
best
got
of weapons.
3700 on Diaz. He could drop over Norb and have his round sabotage. I guess that's really all. At this point, like, it's definitely a bad situation. Like, no one's denying that. But still, like, take the full eco, and presumably that's what will happen. Diaz will be left with nothing, pretty much, going forward. If he does drop the AWP, but time will tell. Bit of a gimme round here for the outsiders. 5-2 down. Things are starting to spiral, but thing is about these top-tier teams, they're going to win a few rounds of the Tech 9s and Eagles. It's going to happen. Regardless how good your setup is, they're just elite players, and it's going to happen. Their executes are very good. This is their map pick. You'd expect them to be handy in those sort of situations, and if you can fend them all off, all the power to you, but it's unlikely that you'll be able to do that throughout the entirety of the half.
It's crazy with this round as well. We've had about 55 seconds transpire and not a single glance at one another. It's been very, very quiet. Norbert's been out long this entire time here behind the blue bin. Hasn't called a single peep, and well, now he's going to be calling some steps. They flash forward, they're coming to clear, and these should be Norbert's kill every day of the week. The Galil, well, it's just one USP. Doesn't have to worry about the buzzards. Just one at a time, getting to pick them apart. Norbert, 3 easy kills, and it will just be a Gil over towards the ramp.
And
against away at, gone.
Unarmored opponents as well. The Galil goes through them like a hot knife through butter. And here we go. Will the all be dropped? The Diaz is the only one that could do it.
Yep.
And he's done it.
Okay.
Fair enough. You love to see that. Like, it's teamwork makes the dream work, I believe they say.
Financial management at its finest, yes.
Just to note, I suppose you don't necessarily need helmets here. If the Galil's still out there, that's a problem. They've opted for no helmets whatsoever. So no kits as well, just to note. But apart from that, the buy's not too bad. Like, it's serviceable at the very least.
Something to shoot back with, at least. There's something as Flit just cavalierly barreling down middle. Of Flash will hold him. Hello, Agil, you've been spotted.
You could see him, couldn't you?
Yeah, a bit of ambient occlusion right there.
Yep, that's a bit rough. I saw the idea of what he was going to do, but it's like the worst of both worlds. Either commit and push through or don't. I'm not really sure the final objective was there.
Lack of util, right, means, okay, we have to take a risk, but that's one of the craziest risks we've seen all day.
It was a surprising move. He kept pushing and maybe caught him like on the reload or switching his weapons. That would have been something, but just stopping in the smoke and then making a lot of footsteps. He just worked out exactly where he was and actually got a glimpse of him as well. So here it is, the A play coming in early. Flit to lead the charge, of course. He's had a fantastic series so far. And here's stadodo. Really need to step up here. Right-click smoker towards the bomb side, buys him a bit of space, vaults up. I don't think the flames will hit him, you know, but the bullets will certainly hit Fame as he starts to come to life as stadodo takes matters into his own hands with 4 massive kills to Diaz, bringing it up the rear, and he'll finish things off. It's actually a very clean round where they didn't have much whatsoever to bring to the table.
Especially after that opening death towards long. stadodo becomes Stado-Bro. That's his Pokemon evolution right there. That is what you want to see. He throws his own smoke up and over the top. Beautiful work. Here it is again. So you can see it clear as day. We don't even need Smoko vision. We got that one every day of the week, but this is brilliant.
The right-click smoke getting up there as well, avoiding the flames. They're assuming he's at the A ramp, burning to a crisp. We're at the back wall. Just a perfect smoke. Not exactly a one-way, but a surprising position, and they didn't stand a chance. We're right back into the action, though. 6-3, FTW putting up a hell of a fight here on the CT side, which is famously problematic on Dust2. James with a bit of long control, but the grenade's coming his way.
Burning now.
Molotov burning him considerably. I don't do well to get out of here.
Oh, he's just bouncing around.
I have no idea how he's alive, but not for long.
Springs in the boots right now. stadodo has to do it all once more, pivoting back towards A. They're under pressure. They know that Qikert's up short. Sound cues are plenty. And the push out, timing there from Norbert. Immaculate work, as it's just a Diaz here, hoping he can find something. Has crept up for a fight, but walks into Norbert, who's upgraded the weapon. There's the final kill for Flit. And back into the winning ways are outsiders.
Yeah, the scoreline is looking quite flattering for FTW. Unfortunately for them, it's another eco situation. This might even be forced by territory. We'll see where they're at. So $1,800 for Agil and Diaz, 3K on the other 3 players. So I would say another eco is absolutely fine. But a similar sort of scenario we saw before. It's got a little bit better. And James just ducking and weaving, being an absolute nuisance as you'd expect. And there it is, the full eco as we go into round number 11 here. And he's got the long spawn. You pretty much take this 8 times out of 10. You'll be taking that as the AWP player. And a mid push, I don't mind this. Try and swarm towards top of middle.
I think in the current version of Dust2 as well, ever since the change, you have to be able to play semi-aggressive in mid as the CTs, right? This is obviously just an eco round, but there was a nice little highlight of a way that Hunter and Nico were locking down mid. I think Launders put something up on one of his channels there. Yeah. You need to make sure that you're at least flirting with the idea of going into lower dark. It needs to be
suggesting you're going down there,
yeah, right? Because Dust2 needed a couple of new options. People have been playing retake A for 15 years because that's what you and I were doing back when we were competing, right? Sure. So, you know, Dust2 definitely needed something. This change has given us something.
Players on the T side molotoving like the double doors at the very start of the round just to try and negate that approach from the CT side or lock them in towards the lower B tunnels. It's really interesting how it's developing. But here we go. Like you said, lower B presence once more. Do they want to continue with it? Jane was aware of it. So that's the change Chad is talking about, that adjustment to the angle the AWP gets towards the double doors. The Diaz, like I said, sure, you've made it through here, but there's no chance they won't be watching you. And now you're in a lot of trouble here. Should be a quick kill coming in for Flit. And indeed it is, but good distraction nonetheless, as we will see a kill from KST.
Oh, the timing.
Timing
it's gone against him in a lot of occasions, hasn't it? Yesterday as well. He had a lot of those moments where we would look away. It was, very frustrating, but KST, he's going to be frustrated right now. Getting run down, Flit's going to dribble out a nade. No more residual damage being done. He stalled them out at this juncture. And this is the chance for Outsiders to level things up, or for FTW to continue showing that they've actually got some gumption.
So we slow it right down. CTs with almost nothing in terms of utility. They've got themselves a smoke. Incendiary. In terms of the stacks, focusing heavily towards short here. The AWP patrolling towards long. As Dorsey with his sweet rice. And all things nice. Waiting here as he fends off the smoke as well. So they're aware of his position.
Now, he only gets the sweet rice if they win. So yesterday, no sweet rice for him. Today, maybe. We are not done just yet. That flash, not going to do a whole lot as Aristase actually pushing the issue. His leg is booed. It's been spotted. And 30 seconds remaining now, just looking for that info. He's got it, but it doesn't really help them.
Certainly not. And a bit of a mid-split coming through here. Qikert just in front of the smoke as well. But the CT creeping through, and he gets the timing. Agil gives him a fighting chance here. Once again, double frag required here. I dare say he's got the first, no problem. Is there anything else to be said about this one? The car position can be very advantageous. Speaking of which, 8 seconds remaining. Anything but for Jane.
Has to plant now, no time.
It's over, and that's a huge round, FTW. When it looked like they didn't stand a chance there, they'd lost control. Agil stepped up and gets 3 absolutely massive kills, and all starts with a CT spawn push through the smoke.
Yeah, look, this one right here, a one to pull off, one that is going to potentially put them in a position to win out the half here. I didn't think we'd be saying about that with FTW, especially after the Outsiders we saw in Dust2 yesterday. So this is already a very good showing, some individual heroics, and we're seeing more and more from some of these names on FTW in moments. And that's a tag through the door, so don't put on notice early here. That
still can happen. You won't see as many smokes deployed towards middle these days, but still can get tagged up, and frustrating to receive that, especially if the AWP. Stadodo not scared off though. Absolutely happy to take the aggressive angle here. One step further than I thought he'd ever take, and surely will be dropped. It will be Fame to find the kill. The Diaz will respond. He does pick up the AWP, which apparently is a secondary AWP, so should be absolutely fine in that regard. He'll be in the solo hold towards B now. Qikert's making his way through T spawn, so I would say the play towards A is likely here. They've shown a lot of presence towards B in the last few rounds. Fear have gotten there a few times, so A finish looking likely, I would say.
Yeah, there's definitely been quite a bit of conditioning over that side of the map. Historically, Outsiders, or at least once upon a time, would love to park themselves with James AWP mid doors to cover off some of these rotations. It feels like FTW not just going to run across without a care.
MP9 to defend.
Yeah, worst weapon for the job here.
Actually, don't mind it with the reposition. Getting up close and personal with these smokes, it's actually looking quite promising, Chad. Dare I say it.
This is a problem for James as well. He might get spotted here by this MP9. KST has a chance to win the round.
Oh, he had a...
Yeah, they didn't push on the fade, but time again starting to get to that 30-second mark. The A-bomb site is open. They've got their tickets punched and they're strolling on in, ushered towards their seats right now as the plant shouldn't be too far behind. This disruptive utility will buy a few more seconds, but there's still plenty of time for Flit to get that bomb down. And meanwhile, James starting to secure the situation, creeping with that AWP. Should be able to find this kill easy as you like. And a kill gone. That's a massive nade, though. Diaz with a missed shot. They know where he is. He needs to get something done. And Norbert will finish this round. It's just Aristase. Oh, dropped it to the Lion's Den. So giving him 2 kills. And Qikert is going to mop it up. That's done.
It was a nice try. Diaz now missing a couple of crucial AWP shots. Perhaps if he gets that one, it might set up his teammate to find those follow-up 2 kills. Maybe something is to be said about that round, but I dare say with Qikert, with the backstab towards middle, it was probably done anyway. But still, 7-6. It's getting very close now. The money absolutely ruined here. This will be a force buy for the Portuguese squad. James, narrowly missing out on that one, but makes up for it in the closing sectors of the round. Dust2 with a chance, but like we said, the backstab completely removes him from the rounds. So a couple of CZs here and a 5-7. Deagles in full attendance as well. And lower B, once again, hasn't been a massive point of contention for them, but they have got the control a few times.
But a force buy, right, like this is probably the worst equipped to deal with a long play, right? The best you can do is when they do the crossover smokes, flash through and try and flood through with the pistols, or maybe you have a scout and try and get some tags.
They have 2 flashes, so yeah, you're right, that could happen. But whether it yields anything more than a frag, I would be surprised. But either way, plenty of time here. 1 minute 12. Molotov towards the car. Just going through the motions here and just building up their information. Yeah,
trying to bait out some Utah. But I suppose what we do have this time, we do have a couple more games coming your way today. Up next, we have G2 taking on Big.
Game of the day.
A rematch from Blast that went down a couple weeks ago, and FaZe versus MIBR to close out the day.
So here come the crossover smokes, the CTs. As Chad mentioned, some of those flashbangs. Can they make anything of it? Dust2 trying to stand tall on the bomb site once again. Managed to find 3 frags in this position before. I don't think he'll be able to replicate that with the Desert Eagle, but time will tell. It's getting a bit awkward here. The Pistols could actually have something to say about this, but maybe not so much anymore. They will fall silent as Fame completely disrupts the A bomb site here, and the bomb will be planted, and I guess you want to save these pistols, doesn't really matter. A duel will go down, and that pretty much was the final round, Chad. You hate to say it, but it's the same buy once again, $2,000 a player.
One of the things, right, and look, outsiders in the past, they like to play very, very slow Counter-Strike, right? But basically, they're just removing the risk of a lot of this utility, right? They're allowing you to be the ones to make the mistake or allow your utility to subside. And there's a bit of a body block into that kill. And people can sit there, and I definitely was on that side of the fence once upon a time. I'm like, yeah, you know, this is pretty slow and pretty boring. But when you break it down, the plays that they're making, they're the percentage plays. They're removing the question marks. And that's how you're going to get yourself wins, right? So you can get it done. Plenty of ways to skin a cat. Don't skin a cat. That's an old adage. Definitely don't skin a cat.
So it all ends here in the first half. 7-7. Who'll be winning? Who'll be getting that 8th round on the board? stadodo looks like he's got a one-way setup. Maybe his opportunity to stand tall in the boxes once again with the scout to be up against James, who's in the pit, and I dare say he might just get him before there's even a chance.
Okay, I don't think James is going to re-peek into this. Same situation again. You can just wait for this utility to subside. He can't peek wider than this without swinging into the orb, and Diaz will be the one to get info. James taking a jab to the side, and stadodo will need to throw out a few more of those. The left-right good night could be required here as Diaz will silence Norbert for now. The rotation coming, the smokes as well. This is going to get biffy as Diaz through the smoke. He's found another kill here. Starting to get whittled away out now. Outsiders, they might lose the half. Qikert will take down one, but still plenty of work to do.
This is looking very good. The Desert Eagle screaming here on the A-bomb side. They're desperate for this round. That grenade might ruin their day here. Agil caught in no man's land, trying to retreat. 3 versus 1 now. KST has been very handy in this first half, but I dare say Flip will take him down momentarily. The Eagle doing decent damage there, but they know exactly where he is. Qikert down to 1 HP, Chad. If he can find that frag, maybe there's a chance. The smoke doesn't do a whole lot for him, I'll be honest, but has to try and get past James first. If he does that, there really is a chance, but not going to happen. It will be outsiders taking the half, but you have to say, Chad, very competitive. Starting on the CT side of your opponent's pick, the fact you've got 7 rounds there, that's nothing to be sneezed at, and they'll be happy with that going forward. Can they replicate that form? Can they keep this scoreline close? Time will tell after this break.
Hey Future Pros! Today I'll show you a quick and easy way to smoke CT spawn from short as a terrorist. Your long players will love you for this one. To do the smoke, get in this corner next to this crate. Aim at the corner of this window and throw the smoke. As with all deep CT smokes, there can always be a slight top gap for the CTs to abuse, so be cautious with this one.
I'm your worst nightmare. Cause I ain't taking no losses. And I don't even care what the cost is. Are you prepared for the forces I'm about to bring? Cause I'm the boss of all bosses. I penetrate your thoughts and fill them with doubt. You gon' feel where I'm coming and feel what I'm about. If they come in with the drama, I'm wheeling them out. Cause I ain't about to have somebody here stealing my clout. I keep my friends close, enemies closer. Cause that's the way it is and the way it's supposed to be. Anybody can see there's only room for one, and that one is me. Plenty tried, plenty failed. Too many times I seen plenty bail. And there will be no surprise what I'm about to do when you are looking through my eyes. See many go, see many come. See that they won't bring it to me, son. Try me if you want, but won't be any fun. I'll take the challenge, I'll beat anyone. I'm the one, I'll be quite clear. Bow down to no one, I'm right here. I get it in, I don't fight fair. And guess what? I'm your worst nightmare. I'm your worst nightmare. Are you prepared? I'm your worst nightmare. I know you scared. I'm your worst nightmare. Are you prepared? I'm your worst nightmare.
Welcome back to ESL Pro League. You join us for half two between FTW and Outsiders. It's actually looking much better here for FTW, Chad. I have to say, the fact they've got 7 rounds posted on the CT side, there is a chance. If they can win the pistol once again, they've picked up 2 of them so far, there's a chance they take this map. I'm saying, like, not a massive chance, but there is a chance nonetheless.
Well, we're just looking for a chance of rain, a chance of a slight breeze.
Right.
A chance of a team name, because people in Twitch chat can be quite funny. They have dubbed them Forgot the Win.
Forgot the Win is quite good.
Let's see. We know that this team is here. Some roster changes here for the experience up against some of the absolute best in the world. And Outsiders are no slouch. I'm sure they'd still love to get this one done in 2. And the 1x bet odds, well, I can tell you, they haven't moved a whole lot.
Oh, that's about as bad as it can get, but I'm still sort of believing in a map victory here. Like, I think they've got something to say about this one. It all comes to well, it all starts with this pistol, I should say. And towards short we go, reminiscent of a lot of default rounds. And in terms of what's left, they've got a smoke and a Molotov. A Geo holding towards long for any CT inquisitive pushes here, but should be the A finish with 1 smoke and a Molotov towards the ramp perhaps.
So which smoke do they want to go for? The bridge smoke to give them a little room, the one-way smoke on top of the box to facilitate some fights, or is it actually a bit to be? Okay, so a fakie.
And it's actually looking quite good for them. They've got a lot of control here. Flits towards CD spawn. They haven't smoked it off. The flash is actually coming from his teammate. Oh, this could all fall apart. He had 3 players on his screen, but Fame will make up for it. He's actually going to be mowing them down here. Nothing but headshots delivered by the CT so far. A 3 versus 2. Make it 2-on-2. Very awkward round here from both sides, but still, the bomb should be planted. Norbert, that's brave as you like.
Just walking in. He just waltzed in,
I don't think that was the play.
Okay.
I like the idea. I saw what he was going for, but his teammate now on an absolute island towards the tunnel position.
Well, you know what they say, Henry. You see an open door, walk through it. And James going to walk through an open tunnel right now. It's a Jill back of the site that he... It's KST back at the side. It's a Jill over towards Car. Yeah, now his position has been noted. It's going to be a rough one for James. He's aware of where both players are. The bomb halfway tick. There's still a chance for this. 9 bullets isn't going to matter. And a Jill, he's been very handy for impact frags. He gets 4 kills here. That's the pistol round, pretty much confirmed by his contributions alone. right? He's been pretty tidy. Him and KST have had some clear moments. I think stadodo's had some more up and down, missing AWP shots and hitting some bangers. So we're building the puzzle that is FTW here.
And a bit of a 6-on-4 situation there with the flashbang. Just as Flit swings out wide, Chad, he had maybe 3 opportunities for kills there. The teammate flashes him beyond belief, and the round starts to fall apart. There was still a fighting chance there, but an interesting choice for Norbert to force the issue. And speaking of which, the MAC-10's looking to cause a lot of damage here, but receiving grenades at the very start and sneaking past his Flit. That's a great job by him.
He was jiggling with the scout.
Yeah.
Don't you want to hold the line with the scout?
Potentially, I would say that'd be more effective, yeah.
stadodo's had, if he goes back and watches the VODs, or actually probably better to watch his POV demo, but the amount of times he's been timing, trying to react to something, true. He needs to just, as the primary AWPer on the team, you really need him to be focused on that crosshair. So he's had too many moments for that to go unnoticed here throughout Pro League, and we're only into the second day of play for Group B, so very worrying signs for poor stadodo.
It's always nice when a CT finds that confidence to push up towards the top of middle, though. It's a difficult exchange. If you come out on top and leave with 100 HP as well, you've done your job. stadodo goes down to DS, attack to 41.
Curious how many bodies they expect to be over towards B, because it's a stack right now from outsiders. Out-positioning, out-maneuvering that of FTW at this juncture. Clear indication that they're coming here. A flash out to delay. Flit set up with another team flash, but he'll make sure he confirms the kill first. And KST, he needs to get both here. One is all we can get. And these Famouses on the second round have shown an absolute mauling against FTW in back-to-back days. Flit is going to get the fourth. And while Norbert towards mid will deny the ace, but Flit showing that he is a force to be reckoned with here. 17 kills. He had a massive first map. I think it was 35 in total on Vertigo. He is just farming.
He really is. What a player he is turning out to be. Fantastic work. And once again, he's finding that confidence to push up towards the top middle. You're right here. That jiggle peeking situation, he's allowed him to actually get past him. It's a freebie.
If he had anything other than a scoped rifle, if he was jiggling, I'd be like, that's fine.
Yeah.
But he had a scout.
You let him slip by and he's punished you for it. So it'll be a force by him response. Outsiders winning that second round force of themselves. And the stadodo scout, once again, didn't opt for armor, saving money for the future, which makes sense. And it's the bomb that's outside the long doors for now. I don't think that will be remaining there. We're actually heading back towards B. We have that one dribble smoke to be let out, and that's a hell of a shot. The danger man removed, and actually to beat the Flames here as well. There's a chance. If Flame is only kept to 1 kill, there's a real chance he can actually do something with this round, but the Galil gets reloaded. 3 versus 2 now, and this is the force spy, so they have got armor, an AK-47, the incendiary drop, 8 Gs will do a lot of damage here. Almost 100 as the T's are locked in towards the tunnel, waiting for their opportunity to cross over. And here it is. They still have the man advantage, but damage has been done. They have a kit available, a couple of smokes. They can smoke out the tunnels if they like, but Norbert's actually opted to investigate the area himself. They've got a lot of work to do here. stadodo is surely dead.
Yeah, just out of position again, so he's going to give one away here. Norbert continuing this aggressive maneuver through the tunnels.
Have to peek him.
Yeah, have to take the fight. Norbert's going to take this one with ease. It's Jill, I said he's been good. He needs to be great right now. The Deagle has to sing true, needs some clear shots, and both now tunneled in on his position. Back of the side, tall box dancing around dead. Kit's picked up, defused 2. And
you can just feel it with every peak, his chances is going down. He had to hit at least one of those shots. But very well done from Norbert there. Makes the decision to go for the tunnels, and like we said, that scout, it was just done for. There's no way you're going to be able to hit the headshot there and secure the round. A decent effort on the force spy. It looked like they actually had that at one point, but the grenades doing way too much damage, as they have been throughout this series. 1,133 damage outsiders posted on the first half of Vertigo on their CT side. So they're no strangers to the grenades. And even with the bomb planted, I think it's another partial buy situation. Double digits for outsiders for the game. Not out of control yet. You know, it's still a competitive scoreline. If they can get the bomb down here, that would be an astonishing achievement in its own right. But James looking comfortable with the first kill.
Yeah, the biggest problem is next round we know the guns are going to come out. Sure, that's fine. No dramas there. The biggest issue is if that gun round falls flat, right? If they're unable to pull off a successful default, if they just get bullied and brutalized, if they lose a nail biter, there's going to be a lot of things that are mounting here for FTW. As mentioned, the mainstay on your screen is stadodo. That's who most of you may know from his time in SAW, from the match against Outsider, trying to qualify for the major, which was a bit of a heartbreak, which likely led to the change-up within the Portuguese scene.
Yeah.
Right? You have to think as that as being a catalyst here as to why maybe some of these changes were made. That's a nice shot from Jill. But, yeah, Qikert, as always, is on the cleanup crew. They're going to flash, they're going to fight, they're going to give KST another 2 kills. Okay, hold the phone.
Norbert's low, Chad. If he gets one more deagle, that could have been one of the plays of the tournament so far. The double deagle headshot, looking for the third. Wasn't meant to be, but oof, a little bit troublesome there for outsiders. A somber high five, I would say, after receiving those 2 shots. But still, as Chad mentioned, we do have the full gun round here. Game will start with the AWP, and same story for stadodo. He has had one magnificent round on the A-bomb side, but here's Norbert and Qikert taking care of business. Wasn't too much to worry about until the deagle started coming out. Lovely couple of shots there. Boom, clean as you like.
Oh, Fame's been tagged on the cross here, so a bit of damage done, potentially unconfirmed, but they're out low and they're coming fast. The flashes are over at Norbert. He's going to defend. Qikert here to trade. So good defense right now for the CTs out long. That's what you're looking for. You stalled them out, you traded efficiently, and you've got some map control. Flit and Jame with some heads-up Counter-Strike here have already started to constrict the map, take this lower dark control, and really force FTW into only one place. Long.
Love to watch Flit play, by the way. Like, he's got a nice mixture of controlled aggression and then holding the crossfires when required. Like, after losing Yekender, you'd think, like, this team might not have the same spark they once had, but it seems like Flit's filling that role tremendously well. Looking like he's happy to take these duels and be the spice when they need it.
Oh, that was very well timed. Could have gotten extremely dangerous for Jame there. You could see those smokes get dropped the exact same time as he threw out that defensive incendiary, but they still will cross. And oh, does he see any toes? One has crept past the line of sight. Fame's definitely found something here.
Well, they have no information as to where the CTs are residing. stadodo will pull one back, making this situation at least realistic for now. They have a smoke remaining. The DS with basic control of the A-bomb side needs to get a little bit further, but he's got the AWP waiting for him on the other side.
They're going to be very worried about Gandalf here because Jame dropped that one-way smoke and completely, well, avoided using it. He actually played towards short, so they might think a player is stuck towards Gandalf. Why stadodo is still considering this, but it's 2 out long. He needs to deal with this now.
He's in a lot of trouble. The flash comes over, and even if he gets the first kill, it will be traded out. But still a winnable situation. The Diaz pinned on the A-bomb side, but presumably found out. Qikert can't find the damage there from the advantage. And it will be Flit once again to close out the round. He will recover the AWP. Another very close one, Chad. It has to be said, there's been a lot of these situations that come down to just a one-on-one.
Yeah, but right there you can see Diaz still worried about Shaw or Gandalf that entire time. Until he killed the player coming up on the ramp that wasn't Flit, right? Then the penny dropped. Hold up a second. It's all a bit of a ruse here. You can see this is the kill that Fame got there, just spotting something on the cross. And Fame also, look at him right now. He's only got 10 kills to his name. I think he's one that is going to start to grow into his own within this Outsiders team the more time he gets to play at this top level. Now you consider the firepower you've got between Flit, Qikert, Fame, Jame on the AWP. I think Norbert's a pretty handy piece as well. So it could be very interesting to see this team grow throughout 2022.
Yeah, they're a formidable squad for sure. And making themselves known in Group B of ESL Pro League Season 16, and a timeout here. Second one used by FTW, and the money is okay. I said that with bated breath. Almost all the players beneath $4,000 here. They will have to opt for the AKs, armor, and basic utility, unless they want to go for the Galil, which Aras Dosse certainly does, wants to have a bit more utility to their name, and stadodo goes for the scouts. And T side of Dust2, you have to hit some very precise shots, be given some opportunities, and Jame exploring his options towards middle, maybe even lower B here.
All right, well, Jill's out long. Norbert this time around doesn't have the backup of Qikert here and won't get a kill. So really good work from Agil here, continuing to put damage down range. It's up to 18 kills as we wander into upper tunnels, and another kill gifted over. So a competitive round for FTW now. 2-man to the good. Yeah,
we talk about that reactive response, and this time it doesn't really work out too well for Outsiders. This is safe territory. If they actually head towards A, you can see them actually changing their setup right now, sending maybe a gamble stack towards B. We've got a rotation from Jame and CT Spawn at least, and Qikert will hold for now. But not a whole lot he can do. He might as well join the troops and just save the weapons.
I don't think FTW are out of hot water yet. I truly think that this is still a round that Outsiders can win here just by their pedigree. If Flit finds KST lurking up towards tunnels, this one is on.
All the timing.
Jill is very low. Oh, we heard the pickup. Did he hear the pickup right there? I think it was an audible sound, and KST will get the better of him. So that, at this point, should be the round done. KST is going to waltz in towards B. Use the smoke, going to get across, and Qikert's not going to pull the trigger here, but he will eventually. I was going to say, if he shoots, now they're just going to go A.
Exactly.
So
he was hoping to see there was a little bit more there.
Yeah, that was the thing. It's like, what is your choice here? You're going to have to kill him. You can't let him take Jame out of the equation.
Well, they're still worried about James' presence on the map. They don't actually know where he is, so they'll plug all the holes possible and make sure they get the bomb down safely. which they absolutely will. And as mentioned, this is definitely safe territory now, but a decent round there. The long control coming at the very start. Agil, as you mentioned, has been very handy in the last few rounds. He gets the opening kill. They wait for the response, and they hold strong towards the B tunnels, get it, and that was courtesy of KST, waiting for that approach coming forward, and there it is. The round's pretty much over, and we will see a save for the AWP and the M4s. Money's actually pretty dire on the CT side.
Qikert will be able to drop one. Flip might be able to buy something, but all in all, it won't be a full buy. That we can guarantee right there. You can see Qikert here really weighing up the options on that frag, but that'll be the round, and a 3-round game we have at this juncture. So the most competitive FTW have been throughout the Pro League thus far. We know we have a couple more matches for them here, 3 more days of play. Chance to learn a bit more about this team, for them to learn a bit more about themselves. Life's a journey, guys. Look inwards.
I guess if we can all do that every single day and trying to learn a little bit about ourselves, we'll all be doing much better.
Bit of self-reflection every day.
Yeah.
Keep yourself out of trouble.
Are you into meditation at all, Chad?
At this current juncture, no.
Yeah? Would you be interested in it?
I was doing some early morning yoga.
Okay, nice.
Which is, I guess, in a similar way to meditation. You're really just focused on one thing. You know, your thoughts can't really drift a lot while you're sitting there doing the downward dog. So, you know, you got a lot of hard ones for the beginner yoga with Sarah Beth on YouTube. Check her out.
Shout out to Sarah Beth, yeah.
Just a bit of free plug there for Sarah.
I'm sure she's watching.
Big Counter-Strike fan is old Sarah. But timeout here. The first called from the outsiders.
I guess this is an important part of the game, right? They want to close this out 2-0. It's by no means a clean run all the way home. It's 12-9. Money is quite low. They've saved the AWP and the M4, but $1,400 on 2 players, 3K for Flitz. Maybe just a partial buy here. They've got a Desert Eagle, which pretty much confirms it. So I would say, though, outsiders still have a firm chance of the round with the Jame AWP.
And I also feel that if Jame dies here, Qikert has enough money to drop Jame and AWP in the next. So we might see that unfold, but Jame's AWP's in lower. Okay, that's the change they needed. Some aggression from the big green. And Jame has a chance for the second. The flash wasn't there. He can get out of dodge. And they're going to try and push the issue to B. The snapping turtle to 5-7. It chunks down one. Everybody's wide right now. Kissing outside the tunnels, and Flit is getting them all. Just 2 more kills required, and it's James AWP while blind stadodo, the last man standing. And the house of cards comes tumbling down because they're here in T-Spawn. See you later, Alligator.
Who's on the B bomb site is Jame. That finds the first incision in lower B, a perfect position. He knew he had to be active there. He funnels them in towards the B bomb site. As you said, the snapping turtle, the 5-7, huge rate of fire on that pistol, a lot of damage at close range. It absolutely wrecks them on the B bomb site. So much chaos ensuing. You can see how flashed the T's were. They couldn't find him. No idea they pass each other as well. It's Flit with the double kill. The round's over. The backstab's coming through. Nightmare fuel for FTW here. They do have a buy of sorts. We've got the AKs, of course. Deagle only for Agil, so not all is lost, but stadodo with no armor, just to note that.
They have granted them long control if they choose to take it here, FTW. It's a top A site stance right now as James gonna...
Oh, great nade, Chad.
Lob one right onto toes right there. Yikers. 49 points of damage to 2 players. Oof. That's almost a kill with that nade. Yep. That is massive work from James right there.
But I never in a million years imagined it to be that juicy. Wow.
You know, James always... I thought he was a bit of a spin bowler, old James.
Yeah. So, for now, though, that one's rattled them.
What's this one going to do?
Great grenade. Bosh. Look, oh, he's dead. He didn't see anyone. He took 3 grenades in the round, and utility damage starting to rear its ugly head once again. This is going to be FTW feeling the pain of Jame, as his grenades have been absolutely spot on throughout this series.
This smoke is going to subside momentarily here, and I don't know if you want to just Under Armour flash and push through like we've previously seen. Qikert can replenish that. Another one dropped, 20 more seconds on the clock.
Time as well, 35.
Yeah, and the gauntlet that they would have to run in a mid to beat. You wonder how that one doesn't hit the mark. You can see there's a little bit of a gap for Dust2 to work with here.
Did he actually get through?
Well, there's 27 seconds. That's the bomb going to be loose on the wrong side of the doors. They wanted to go mid to B.
You can't do anything now. Even if they get a kill, it's all in vain.
Just don't die after time, I guess.
Yep. Fall back, lads. This one's done.
Short away into Jame.
I guess you're right. I didn't expect them to get up that quickly, but similar scenes here. They'll be mopping them up, and it's Norbert to confirm the round. And that might be the last of the gold as well, as we only have $3,000. Similar situation we saw on Vertigo. You've got to choose now. Do we buy into this one? Is it worth it? And it looks like they're opting for the partial buy, allowing it to go to 15-9, essentially series point. And Qikert, what a nuisance he was here. The grenade damage, the smoke that's blocking them off. And then the backstab as well. They had no idea. And yeah, there was a chance to get towards the A-bomb side, but with no utility.
It was in vain, wasn't it?
Absolutely. Not really much I could do about that one. A very comfortable round there for outsiders.
Now, there's anticipation in Twitch chat, on the forums, basically in the Counter-Strike world right now, just to see Hooksy play.
Okay.
Which is mental, but he'll be coming up next, guys. Don't you worry. As, again, we try and bombard into B. The util's there, but so is James. Flicky has flipped. He's just got one more to find here. Stadodo is going to be extinct for good, and that is 15-9. A quick game, but guys, Hooksy is coming. Don't you worry. I see you in there. Hooksy, or we riot.
Is that all they're talking about?
Hooksy, Giga Chad. Where's Hooksy? When's Hooksy playing? We want Hooksy.
I do like the Giga Chad stuff. That's actually quite nice.
Everybody wants Hooksy, and we can't wait to bring you some Hooksy.
It's the first time you and I have seen him this tournament. It's going to be great stuff. It's going to be, that's like a huge game for the week, isn't it? Like G2 versus Big.
Defining for Big and G2 in a way.
Big haven't looked amazing. Some players noted by their absence, I suppose. Ooh. And it was outsiders that took care of them yesterday. As they look to close things out right here, right now. The DS with the opening frag finds Jane, but it's quickly equalized. Still a lot of damage inflicted there. Blitz, Norbert, and Qikert all low. Long control granted. And the smokes set up the cross.
Oh, this flash could be perfectly timed here. Norbert's going to come through.
Oh, hits him.
Oh, dear.
Couldn't have been worse, actually.
Fluffed their lines a little bit on that one, didn't they? So this is what we consider...
Quite the soaked sponge, aren't we?
This is what we consider a bit of a lifeline. An opportunity to extend the game, an olive branch, if they were friends.
Yeah, absolutely. Looking for double digits, and getting double digits, like, if you were told that before the matchup, oh, you're going to get double digits against outsiders, one of a tier 1 team.
Just check this out for a
Let's
second.
have a look. Look at this. It is just all about Hooksy, isn't it? Like,
Hooksy.
He's transcended Dosia, I think, at this point. Like, he seems to be the new man on the scene.
The thing is, and the thing that upsets me the most is they're all out for blood. Like, they're all here wanting the downfall
Everyone's
of this
playing it
guy.
off like it's a joke, but it's not really, is it? It's being a little bit mean.
They are being very mean, right? And look, the thing is, he had an off tournament at Blast, for sure. He started fine here. He's doing his job.
Yep.
He had the same amount of kills as Modesty yesterday. What else do you want from the guy? Want him to drop 40 kills a game or something? What do you want Nico to do then?
I don't know what they want, but...
they want blood, Henry.
They just want blood. Yeah, you're right. Well,
it's still going.
They're not even talking about this game.
God Emperor Hooksy. Someone's been reading some June. Well, it's fun anyway. Yeah, we'll have some fun with it.
5 more rounds required for overtime here, which isn't outside the realms of possibility. We'll see what's available for outsiders here. A full buy. They saved an AK-47 from the previous round, but a decent long take there. FTW. Showing they can hang with the big boys and make a dent at least.
I think they got more rounds than Big did.
I think you're right.
So that's
I think that was
something.
69, right?
Yeah, it wasn't a close game. That was a close shot. Stadodo, how long is he going to hang around long doors? Smoke will be deployed in his face, so has to respect that. And now, without any early territory, how are they going to operate? Stadodo's going to give you the tutorial right now on how to throw the hinge smoke. You get the pixel 372 over towards that little lampshade. And there it is. Body blocked by Flit. He does it all. This guy does it all.
That's actually quite sick.
He can now shoot you up and over when you try and mantle on Xbox. I can't believe he's gone for a ballsy maneuver like that, knowing that there's no presence from lower, waiting for the hinge smoke to bloom. Takes a risky move and denies them their smoke landing for sure.
There's a useless smoke. They couldn't do anything with it. Now he has to do it manually, so that's smoke wasted, essentially.
$300 and a visual wall removed. Money's not really the question mark, and that nade again. Aras Dosse, he is really copping the brunt of these.
Like max damage grenades over and over again, Chad. It's wild out there. You gotta watch out for the outsiders. You gotta watch out for Qikert as well. He's doing a boatload of damage towards the short area. Flit will convert the Diaz into a 4 versus 3. An important kill here. It looks like we might be done, ladies and gents. 2-0 for outsiders, looking very likely indeed. Jill and Stadodo With all to play for here, Jame with complete positional control, spots the barrel, nails the shot, and that should be all she wrote. A very strong performance there, all things considered. A very convincing first map, but you have to say, Chad, FTW impressed us on Dust2 at least.
Yeah, there was a little bit more pep in the step, a little bit more fight out of some of the individuals, and they've said it themselves. They're here for experience, a new roster, a new team, a bunch of new faces, going up against some older ones, outsiders with some new additions that we saw over there in Cologne. But so far in ESL Pro League Season 16, 4 maps, all falling in the favor of outsiders. This is a great start.
Absolutely true, Chad. A great series to kick things off, but it gets much more exciting after going to G2 versus Big.